Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Corporate Update webinar. Want to welcome all the network partners, regional market developers, area distribution centers, state commissioners, furniture brokers. This is great. I know I want to just again welcome, and I know we've got a lot of people eavesdropping, listening into the webinar or watching the webinar online. Want to welcome you if you're looking at us for the first time. We got a lot of important information. We do these webinars every other week, and we have for the last 5+ years, and we will continue. It's just really a way to keep everybody in the know, keep you in the loop as far as what's going on, and understanding the dynamics of Ideal Furniture, New Economy Marketing Group, which is our holding company that owns all these other entities, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. I know today is Monday the 13th. A week from today is President's Day, and the way I know that is because I see all the bogus President's Day sales that are going on in these mattress and furniture stores. I hope that each and every one of you expose the shenanigans that these corporate stores and chains are trying to really dupe the general public to thinking that there's a real President's Day sale. And I hope that you really siphon a ton of business and expose these corporate, I like the word shenanigans, as much as possible in the next week or so, and really capture a lot of business. So that's why I know it's President's Day, just because I see all the ads out there. But I do want to welcome to the team. We have some new owners that have joined our network from the last corporate update call that we had. I want to welcome Neil and Lori Woodard out of Rockingham County, Virginia, Javier Davila from Maricopa City, Arizona, owner Don Peden from Billings, Montana, and owners Brian and Leslie I said I wasn't going to mess that name up. DeCuckoo out of, it's actually North Washington, Skagit County. So I want to welcome all the new network partners to the team. And also, there are some network partners that understand for us that it's really about growth, profit, expansion, and once in a while you run across somebody that really catches the vision and understands that it's really about expansion. So we love when someone catches that vision and wants to be part of the company in a big way. And I want to welcome and congratulations, welcome to the team, Eric and Rio Carr, who are the area distribution centers for the state of Tennessee. Eric's been in the business for years. He has 2 locations right now between Nashville and I believe Chattanooga, and is really excited about expanding throughout the state, opening up distribution centers and Perfect Dreamer sleep shops. So again, welcome to the team. Everyone, I do want to take a few minutes here and talk about New Economy Marketing Group, the company that we're taking public, and we made it a point last year that we wanted to give away about 10% of the company to our network partners. So we came up with incentives really that you could earn stock every step of the way throughout 2017, or at least the first quarter. We have a stock incentive program, and you got to understand something, that this is going to go away. You're not going to be able to earn stock at some point. All we know is that right now we can offer stock through an incentive program through the first quarter, and that's all we know. So as far as we know, this is ending, but I love to see the distribution centers, the network partners really taking advantage of this and getting as much stock as possible, because really that's what it's all about right now, and you're going to understand why this is going to become so important. We're going to give you an update here in just a minute as far as where we are in the going public process, what is the process, and explain a little bit more in detail the dynamics in an organizational chart of New Economy Marketing Group. But the first quarter program, and I see a lot of you taking advantage of this. First of all, not only on your initial inventory orders do you get stock, but also every $1,500 of purchases, whether it's furniture or Perfect Dreamer, you receive 15,000 shares. So the nice thing is I see orders coming through in $1,500 increments. So I see that network partners are really taking advantage of that and really getting as much stock as possible. So continued success on that. Keep going for it, because again, right now is the time to really get as much stock in your portfolio as possible. And we're going to really talk about why that is important, because there is a process to becoming a publicly traded company. And who best to give that update but our own CFO out of the Chicago office, Mr. Jeff Rubenstein. Jeff, you with me?
I am, John. Can you hear me?
Yep, you sound great. Thanks.
Very good. Well, thank you, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good week, and we're going to have a good weekend with the upcoming President's Day weekend, as John mentioned. Larry and John asked that I spend a few minutes talking about our holding company, New Economy Marketing Group. This is the entity that we will be taking public. And first, I wanted to talk about some of the various ways that we can go public, and then I wanted to let you know where we are in the process. So one of the ways that we can go public, and there's 3, 4, 5 different ways, really, that you can go public. One of the ways is through a direct public offering, and that's where a private company like us can issue an offering, or what they call an offering memorandum, which is a document, followed by a stock registration, and then we file to trade on one of the smaller type markets that are out there. And we all know the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, those two popular stock exchanges, but there's also some smaller ones where companies start out and then move up to either the NASDAQ or the New York Stock Exchange. The next way of doing it, and really is one of the most common ways, and that's called a reverse merger. And that's when a private company merges with a trading company that is no longer in business. So the company still trades, the owners still file all of the documents, but they really don't have any sales. And another word for that is a shell company. So what we would do is we would buy into the shell company, we would buy a shell company, and then take our New Economy Marketing Group, do a few procedures, and what we do is we would do a reverse stock split, and then NEMG would be the ticker symbol, and that's the company that would then go public. And because the company through the reverse merger is already a company trading, we would just change the symbol and go onto the stock exchange through our symbol. So that's one of the ways that we're looking into. Another one, and probably one of the most popular ways that you've all heard of and we've all heard of, is through an IPO or an initial public offering. These are the best known, but actually they're not really the most common. And that's where a company that's growing and growing decides to take their stock out onto the market and become a publicly traded company. And one of the largest companies coming up that's going to do an IPO is Snapchat. And I don't know if any of you know that, but Snapchat will be the next largest company that's going to go public here in the next few weeks. So I would look at that and keep your eyes on that one. Anyway, let's go through one more company, and that's that we could merge with another company that's possibly a publicly traded company already. And that's where that company would buy us, or we would merge in an equal merger, and we would be a publicly traded company through that route. So where are we in the process right now? Right now, we're finishing up all of the accounting and all of the books for 2016. So last year, I think many of you heard this, me talk about, a lot of people have asked me, what's the value of the stock right now? Well, last year we valued the company in the beginning of 2016 at 2 cents. And this year, after we've been looking at the books and making a decision. We'll make a decision here in the next few weeks that I think we'll be able to raise that valuation to 3, 3.5, or 4 cents. So again, that's a 50% increase from where we were last year, maybe even a 100% increase. So as we grow, the stock is going to grow as well. So remember that that as we grow, the company and the stock will grow as well. And right now we're targeting sometime in 2018 to go public and make that official. Well, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about is a change from our mattress line. Every few years, the mattresses get refreshed or updated. And our mattress line was updated, our coil line was updated last year, and this year we're going to refresh the Idealist line. So many of you know that every 2 and 3 years that it does get refreshed. A lot of people have asked, what does that mean? And that means that the quality goes up, the spring count goes up, the look and feel get better, and the overall line gets enhanced. And I think many of you saw that last year with our spring line, that is what happened, and that's what will happen this year with the Idealist line. And we just finalized the line over the last week or so. We're going to add, instead of 5 Idealists, we're going to probably go to 7 or 8 mattresses. And the line is right now being private labeled and will be rolled out sometime at the end of March. So again, just to reiterate, the mattresses will have better material, better foam, and many of the mattresses on the Idealist line will also be able to be used on the electric adjustable bed. So if any of you have any questions on any of these 2 topics that I discussed tonight, or really on anything, please don't be afraid to call me, email me, however you can get a hold of me. I will be happy to answer any and all questions that anybody has. Thank you very much, everybody, and I'll turn the call over to John. Thanks,
Good.
John.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Good stuff. And a couple of things. Enhance the Perfect Dreamer line. Anybody who looks at that Perfect Dreamer line, and we've had some potential prospects, potential network partners meet distribution center owners at their location to look at the line. They're very impressed with it. It's a beautiful line. It's going to be enhanced. Everything gets better. And also, there was a good explanation as far as how you take a company public. Well, keep in mind, you don't have to understand it 100% to capitalize on it. Just remember, when you get your stock certificate, hang on to it. Don't put it in a safe place, someplace that you'll remember where you put it. I mean, we've had some people say, yeah, they put it in a safe place and they forgot where they put it. So just remember where you put it, because really understanding the dynamics of New Economy Marketing Group is very important. And I put together kind of an organizational chart that hopefully will kind of better understand all the moving parts of New Economy Marketing Group. You have New Economy Marketing Group in the center of who they own, and we talk about Ideal Furniture, which really is a business opportunity company that really puts people in the distribution business and the lease-to-own business and the Perfect Dreamer sleep shop business, become a Perfect Dreamer dealer. It ties into Cozy Furniture, which is our products division, out of the Chicago office, that also, again, supplies products, the Perfect Dreamer line, the memory foam, the relations with the manufacturers. And again, all that ties into FurnitureBroker. We're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. And then you have other divisions and divisional partners. New Economy Fundraising, we're really excited about the future of working with nonprofits to help raise money. We feel that certainly it's a great way, opposed to what's out there and what's being used to raise funds for churches, youth groups, schools, and it's just a great way to move product. And also Furniture Chamber of Commerce, which is another division of New Economy Marketing Group that has the trade show division, the going out of business sales. Doesn't mean you're going out of business, but just helping these big mom and pops that try to compete against the big corporate giants and they need help. Marketing arm, the financial services, and then we have the contract division, hotels, motels. Kevin Kaplan's heading that up. Actually, Marcus Solomon's heading up the Furniture Chamber of Commerce. And so, again, these divisions, when we talk about hotels, motels, and FCC, these divisions can become very lucrative, just like the new economy fundraising. You got Big Ticket Broker, which we know is a future project with the Millionaires Club, but we're talking about international expansion and other expansion arms with Big Ticket Broker into treasures, jewelry, car leasing, office electronics. So here's what you got to realize when you look at this organizational chart. You do not, as a shareholder, have to participate in any of these divisions. You don't have to participate in fundraising, in Big Ticket Broker, in the hotel division and FCC, but you'd certainly hope you're on the sidelines cheering them on that they become a multi-million-dollar producing division, because that helps the value of NEMG, which helps the value of the stock, right? So again, all this is synergistic. You know, this is all about getting behind the growth, expansion, and profitability of the company, whether you're a distribution center owner, sleep shop owner, a lease-to-own owner, and again, you're just contributing to the overall financial picture of New Economy Marketing Group. So I thought it was really important that you understood the dynamics of New Economy Marketing Group. Hopefully this organizational chart will really make it a little bit more clear for you. And we're always looking to put together programs, you know, to create value in your own distribution center to help you build your team. We talk about increasing sales and profits, right? And let's talk about Furniture Broker. Now, Furniture Broker is really just an opportunity that was designed to maximize the income potential of distribution center owners while providing a secondary part-time income for the masses. So we feel without a doubt this will be one of the biggest, most successful home-based businesses because of what we're doing. Nobody else is doing that. The program is working great, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, but the program cannot work without the distribution center. You need the support for the distribution center, because here's what we found out. And we found out, again, a long time ago, but I think it really came to the forefront when we thought that we were going to get in the e-commerce business, because this program, and don't mistake it for anything than what it is 100% about bringing 100% of the business locally to the distribution center. E-commerce, we know, is in its infancy stages. When it comes to mattresses and furniture, there is less than 10% of people will buy a mattress or furniture sight unseen. Now, again, that might evolve to some point down the road where that number becomes greater. And if it does, we'll be ready for it. We'll certainly change with those times. Right now, people still want a local presence. So what we've done is we've put together the ultimate program to generate business for furniture brokers that can drive business to the distribution center. See, each furniture broker, they have a website. They have a product site. Now, again, what it is they request, a customer can request a quote from a few different manufacturers: Acme, Coaster, Perfect Dreamer, Maloof, Furniture of America. Any of these sound familiar? Well, they're all the products that every distribution center has access to. So that's very important, is that we want furniture brokers selling product for distribution centers that they can get fairly easy, or that they have in stock. So it's really everything that you have access to is what furniture brokers will be selling for you. But let's look at an example, and I love showing this example because it really puts things in perspective. And for a lot of you, you've seen this before. For some of the new people, this is okay to see it because you really get an understanding of the numbers. But when we're talking 100 furniture brokers, which isn't a lot, you got to realize we're giving away a full-blown marketing system, a product website, an operations manual, the videos, audios, tutorials to teach someone how to market and sell mattresses and furniture for you, and it's absolutely free. So again, how difficult is it to get 100 furniture brokers? Not difficult at all. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. That's okay, but let's put it in perspective. Out of 150 of them, half will do absolutely nothing. 40 of them will have one sale a year, and that's either for themselves or they'll get a referral. 6 will make one every quarter, 2 will make one every month, 1 makes a sale every week. And then you have that one special furniture broker out of 100 that makes a sale every day. So when you put that, and again, these aren't pie-in-the-sky numbers. We didn't say out of 100 furniture brokers that 70 of them are going to sell product. That's not the case. Again, some people, when you give it for free, that's how much effort they put into it, 0. So, but you're going to find that one person that's going to be special. But again, collectively taking those numbers and knowing that, let's say, an average sale of $600, a mattress set, let's say the average profit's $200, 60% of that's going to be paid to the furniture broker. The distribution center, you're going to receive $140 per sale. Now, when you put that all together, you're looking at $70,000 in extra profit per year. And again, putting things in perspective, if we're 2/3 of this equation wrong, you're still putting $25,000 in your pocket that you would not have had without the Furniture Broker program. Now, what you're going to find, again, these numbers were not jacked up or embellished. They don't need to be. These are realistic numbers, and we're going to find, and we're seeing this already, that a furniture broker is very resourceful. Furniture broker is probably a better marketeer than some of our distribution center owners, because not only can that furniture broker send business to his local distribution center, because again, personality marketing, they can meet the customer, bring them to the location, there's that personal touch. But what we're finding is that furniture brokers are resourceful. They're good at marketing on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Let Go, Craigslist, Backpage, and they're driving business to other distribution centers. A furniture broker outside of Atlanta can send business to Mo in Louisville, or Tim up in Virginia, or Jason in Wilmington. He or she does not have to be localized. They're good at marketing, and that's okay. You're going to find that. And what you're going to find is that furniture brokers will work with distribution centers that are easy to work with. I call them participating distribution centers, where it's easy to work with, where you have a good conversion rate, meaning if they send 10 customers to you and you close 7, 8, 9, you're not going to close 100%, right? It'd be nice if you did. But there's got to be a conversion rate. And also getting paid immediately. When a furniture broker, when you get paid to turn around and pay the furniture broker, that's an ease to work with. You're going to have more furniture brokers working for you as a distribution center is if you pay the furniture broker when you get paid, not when the merchandise is delivered. You know what I'm saying? That's 7 to 10 days before it's delivered if it's a piece of furniture. Well, again, you can make the furniture broker wait if you want. That's up to you. It's your business. But all I'm saying is you want to keep a furniture broker motivated, make yourself accessible to his customers that he's sending you and get them paid right away. That's going to make a difference, because what's going to happen is you're going to have more furniture brokers sending customers to you at your location. They don't have to be local. So this is all about building the Furniture Broker network as much as possible, as soon as possible. And you can participate in that. As a distribution center, if you haven't already, you need to enroll and get your Furniture Broker site, because you want to be able to enroll Furniture Brokers, have them in your affiliate tree, and of course we have existing Furniture Brokers that will be placed in your affiliate tree as well. But when you get this email, if you haven't done so already, make sure you enroll, because we're going to certainly have a program that we're going to really expand on nationally, because, what's the hot buttons here? Well, it's about saving money, making money. You want to promote your link. You want to enroll Furniture Brokers yourself, build relationships when you can, but we are taking the bull by the horns. We want to advertise and promote this program nationwide. We're going to start bi-monthly webinars for Furniture Brokers specifically. We want to spotlight distribution centers for Furniture Brokers, again, that we want Furniture Brokers working with you. They're going to have ongoing support, ongoing training, and again, remember, this isn't costing them anything. This is free. They want a pay card and business cards and a company Furniture Broker email. They pay $69. It's a one-time fee for really a business opportunity, a home-based business that should be valued at thousands. So keep in mind, our first National Furniture Broker webinar is next Monday. Yes, President's Day. We are going to have our first Furniture Broker webinar specifically for Furniture Brokers. Look for the email invitation that's going to go out. As a distribution center, if you want to eavesdrop, listen in. I'm probably going to have a couple of distribution centers that have already made sales from Furniture Brokers on the line so they can share their experience. But we're going to create a frenzy. We're going to certainly make this program viral. And again, you can sit back and watch it happen, or you can participate and help corporate with the expansion progress. It's only going to add to your bottom line, the profits that you're going to bring in, increasing profits, and also help with the growth and expansion of the company. Pretty exciting stuff. Without further ado, do want to bring on the CEO, founder of the company, to expand on anything that I've talked about, and he's behind the scenes constantly putting together and finding ways to create value for the network partners and also get the value of NEMG, that stock up there, and that's Larry Kozin. Larry, you there?
I am here, John. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you sound great.
Okay, well, I appreciate you putting that old picture of me up there, but if you could just throw up the organizational chart, I will be referring to that. But I appreciate everything that you're doing, Jeff. Great job explaining the process of going public. And I'm currently in negotiations, as Jeff said. One way to go public is by working something out with existing public company, and I am currently in negotiations with a few different public companies in that process. Many of you know that Big Ticket Broker, as part of the international expansion, is already partnered with a very prominent public company. I'm not going to go into details on that. It was actually covered for those of you that were at the convention, that was covered in detail, and we're going to have much, much more in High Point on what's going on with the international expansion. But I did want to make reference. I was actually raised in this business by a company called Art Van, one of the largest retailers in the United States. It was just recently sold at another $1 billion deal. They've got 3,700 employees operating in 5 states, and actually Art Van Eslander was the sole shareholder. So when he got his $1 billion, he didn't share that with anybody. He was the sole shareholder of that company. And basically he taught me, unfortunately or fortunately, what John talks about, some of the unethical practices Art Van certainly followed those practices, and they used to joke around whether it was President's Day or Labor Day or Memorial Day, Columbus's birthday, which I don't even think is a holiday anymore, whatever it was. The managers used to joke around that at these, they actually charge higher prices. They spend so much money on advertising to advertise these sales. They actually had to raise the prices. They joked about, whenever something's on sale, you actually pay more. So it's really sad that these corporate Wall Street firms like Mattress Firm, Ashley, and many others just prey on people and run these phony sales. It's really exciting. I'm going to participate in the webinar next Monday. And, what the furniture brokers are looking for are really the dead presidents. They're looking for the Franklins, the Grants, and the Jacksons because they want that money. And we certainly want to get that in their hands because they're out doing the work, they're hustling, and they're creating value. They're creating deals for you. And so I highly recommend that you use the pay card system and pay them immediately. The benefit, your customer pays you, get the money in their hands because that's going to motivate them to continue to work with you and go on to that next deal. And what I want to cover, John, what John was talking about in this, the whole idea of going public and creating news, what we're really trying to create is mass marketing. And that's really what Art Van, Ashley, and Mattress Firm, that's what they do. They do mass marketing, and the way they do it is through advertising and what I call phony ads. We want to create mass marketing by leveraging a huge team of people, and there's a few ways that we're doing it. One is this building an army of furniture brokers. It is a volunteer army. We can't make them do anything. They're volunteering, to basically work with you if they choose to. But the other program that's going to help distribution centers that want to participate, and John says I'm behind the scenes. I'm way down behind the scenes in Mexico, and I'm actually working with a prominent call center down here in Mexico, staffed by fully bilingual Spanish and English-speaking salespeople, and working out a very affordable way where instead of trying to get that 1 out of 100 that's going to make sales every day, we're going to have a call center that's going to literally where everybody's making sales every day. Because when you're in a call center environment and you're being paid a salary, and the salary down here in Mexico, I'm really sad to say is, believe it or not, $8 a day is the wage down here, where you get a salesman to work for $8 a day. It's basically 150 pesos. But, of course, they're in it for the commission. So we could affordably work with this call center and basically have deals lined up for you and be able to fund this thing where we wouldn't be able to do it in the United States where, the wages are much higher, the overhead's much higher. It's going to be very interesting. And more details are going to come out about this call center opportunity for those that want to have guaranteed business. The other thing in mass marketing is Furniture Chamber of Commerce, and it's really been a great pleasure for me working with Marcus Solomon. We're going to have an army on the ground, and this is an army calling on the mom-and-pop stores of America that are struggling to compete against Art Van, Ashley, and Mattress Firm, because unfortunately they're trying to copy what they're doing. A lot of these mom-and-pop stores are like mini versions of Ashley and Mattress Firm and Art Van and some of these other retail stores, and they just don't have the bullets. They don't have the capital, and they don't know another way. And we just are going to build an army, an outside sales staff, calling on not just brick-and-mortar mattress and furniture stores, but also on all the chiropractors and really any entrepreneur that's struggling in the new economy. And if we all join forces and we all can work together, we could take down the unethical Wall Street firms that are doing billions of dollars. See, our competition is not the mom and pop that's struggling. We need to work together. We cannot afford to have a territorial mindset. The enemy is Wall Street. our enemy is not the mom and pop down the street. That's our ally. And if we get together, and we could do this through the Furniture Chamber of Commerce, and get on the same page, we can share the fruits by doing right, by giving the local neighbors and friends and our relatives the lowest possible price, not deceive them, cut out all the overhead, cut out all the fat, cut out all the corporate greed, cut out all the waste of the media, that charges exorbitant rates, and let's keep it within the people, the local communities, and keep it out of the Wall Street casinos, which really is, Wall Street used to be, I think a street in New York, and now most of these firms, most of the mattress firms and a lot of the equity firms, most of the money that's in it is foreign investors now. And, we know Mattress Firm was purchased by a South African company, and a lot of the other equity companies that bought some of these other furniture enterprises are Chinese. Nothing wrong with that, but what we're trying to do, we're trying to win, and we're trying to keep the money amongst ourselves and local. So there's a lot going on, with New Economy Marketing Group, and that's why we're not really in any rush. It's not a rush to go public. If we went public right now, number one, you would be cut off from getting additional stock, so it wouldn't help you as much. And number two, we're going to continue, evolving and building, and we're growing very quickly right now. The numbers came out. We grew 40% from 2015 to 2016. That is a great year. But I think just like Facebook, they went from a 500,000 to 10 million in their second year. And that's where I see, us hitting a tipping point, a combination of the sales department headed up by John and all the leaders that are on the line that work with John in the national expansion, and the Furniture Broker program coming together, Jeff pulling together the product division, and we've got a great office in Chicago. We actually share space, with our CPA firm, which is very important, and Jeff's going to be adding staff there. So we see our product division really going, and then these new divisions that are coming up, it's just going to make it better for all of us. And really the end game, is to get, eventually, when it's the right time to go public and keep building that story, keep building our revenues, and then we all have a great exit strategy. So very exciting times. I appreciate everybody's participation and appreciate everybody doing the job that they're doing. It's just fantastic, and I'll turn the call back over to you, John.
Good. Thanks, Larry. Good stuff. And, everybody on the line here kind of gets the inside scoop for Larry, and he's, constantly looking for opportunities, again, just to increase value. So a lot coming down the pipeline that you're going to be participating in. Everything works great. But we need the distribution channels in order for us to get where we need to go. So you're vitally important to us. We work for you. This is about certainly growing together, making history together. So excited about what we're doing, and glad you're a part of it. Really grateful that you're a part of it. So, here as we head into a big week for the company, President's Day, our first national Furniture Broker webinar. Let's just keep building. Go out there and expose these corporate giants in Wall Street for what it is. You should be running ads all week. Bogus President's Day sale. That's an attention grabber. People are going to want to see what that's all about, and you just go ahead and you start advertising your products and your services. And I'm telling you, you're going to have a great, profitable week. You still got about half the month to really kick it into gear. February is a short month, so let's go out there one day at a time. Make it a great day. Make it a great week. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Make sure that you be with the one that you love. Show them that you love them, and make it a great day. God bless everyone. This webinar is officially over.